welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be swapping out my screen time for reading time. It's going to be over a couple of days. I'm just going to be going off of my screen time for the week before. Yeah, and I've kind of been just like, I really want to limit my screen time. I don't think it's cool to spend all day on my phone. I feel like a lot of people can be addicted to their phone, and everything in moderation. I don't feel very good on the days that I've just been doom scrolling. Usually it's just because of some other mental health thing, and I know when I read I feel so good. Like, it feels so nice to be immersed in stories and just to relax and meditate. That, I don't know, like, I feel like your brain kind of goes into like a meditative state whenever you're really into a book, and I love that. I love that over watching like movies or watching shows. I would rather be reading than on my phone. So that's what we're doing this week. I want to lessen my screen time and up my reading time. I've already read a little bit today in the bath. I've been reading for about 58 minutes, almost an hour. Let's look at my screen time on my phone. So today is Monday. Last week on Monday, I think it's a lot. Hopefully it's not like 12 hours or anything like that, but let's see. Okay. Alright, so last week, on a Monday, I was on my phone for a while. 7 hours and 47 minutes. 3 of those hours on YouTube and 2.5 hours on Instagram. Alright. I watch YouTube on my phone a lot, and doom scroll on Instagram way too much. That is not excusable. So I'm already an hour in. So let's read for 6 more hours and 47 minutes. The book that I'm reading right now, Stardust. I love the film. It's one of my favorite ones. Joe always wanted me to read him. It's actually a sweet read. I'm already 40 pages in, and yeah, I'm gonna continue reading this and probably be able to finish it today. And then, you know, onto some other fantasies that I'm pretty sure, you know, we're gonna totally read this week. Alright, happy reading. Let's get into it. For about 2.5 hours. I'm like halfway through. I'm on like page 110. Pretty good so far. I really like the fantasy folklore. I love that it's set in like England. I really like Neil's writing. Everything just flows. There's a lot of action going on. Found the star. Yeah. Stardust. I finished it in 5 hours and 30 minutes. It's not a very large book. It's like 230 something pages. I did feel like I was having to like reread pages just because of the pace. It goes by really quickly, and so I felt like I was like, wait, did that just happen? So I would reread that page just to make sure I knew that that's how much time was passing. It is different than the movie. If you're into like fairy tale folklore, it gives me Into the Woods vibes. I just think that like the adventures, how they end up in the end, just kind of tie really beautifully. I think I'll rate it just because it is such a little book, and the pacing of it I will give it like a 3.5 star. There was action, there was a lot of things going on, but I feel like there's a lot of room for being more elaborate. But because it kind of reads like a very quick fairy tale, I get what the author was trying to do. Things just are as they are at like face value. Like you can't like really question like a fairy tale, like why did that happen, why is this? It's just folklore. It gives all of that. And so I really wanted to read this. I'm glad I did. It's like a classic Neil Gaiman, and I recommend if you just want to read a book in a day, really quick, sweet fairy tale read. Happy I finished it. Because it's the next day, I think I'm gonna combine the hours that I have left from yesterday with the hours that I need to read today. I'm at 5.5, so I need to read at least 2 more hours to meet my quota for yesterday, and today I need to read 6 hours and 37 minutes. So let's just call it 8.5 hours. 9 hours. Yeah, math. I'm just gonna add everything to my stopwatch and just keep it here. I wonder what the total of hours I'm gonna read by the end of the week. I need to read like 9 more hours, and when it hits 14:30 is when I'll be done reading for today. Holy cow, I can do it. That'll be fine. Okay, it's time. I've already read like the first chapter, but yeah, I'm kind of scared. I fell in love with Fourth Wing, and I've heard mixed reviews about Iron Flame. It's such a chunky monkey that I'm like, I think I'm just anxious because I know I'm gonna love it. I know I am. I love being immersed with Xaden and Violet. I do. It's just so much happened at the very end that there's just a lot of stuff, and I'm just wanting everything to be answered. I hate cliffhangers. I have no idea when the next book is coming or if this is just the final one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm scared. But I have plenty of time to read today, so let's see how much I can read in like 9 hours. Okay. I definitely probably will be able to read all of it this week, considering all the screen time I have to make up for. Let's get reading Iron Flame. Days. I took a few breaks from the challenge just because we went out of town. Now we're back and getting right to it. So I have read almost 15 hours. Yeah. So I've caught up. I've been reading Iron Flame. I am on page 180, on like chapter 19. Yeah. Basically was reading in the car all the way back here. It's been getting good, and I think I'm reading this a little more slowly than I read Fourth Wing. I feel like I am taking my time with it just because I'm not going to get anything for a while. No spoilers. I am really into this book though. I remember hearing some mixed reviews about it. A lot of people didn't like Iron Flame as much as they liked Fourth Wing. For me though, I'm really invested in these characters. There's a lot more drama, I guess, that's happening in the military school. There's a lot of secrets. So there's just like a lot of like tension like that. And you kind of just are just wanting to keep reading to see what happens. And so it's building right now. I'm just waiting for, you know, another something crazy to happen. and it's just been kind of like a hectic year. So anyway, let's continue with the challenge. I think I'm gonna do this for about 2 more days, today and tomorrow. For last week on this day, my screen time was okay. So today it's just under 4 hours. So let's read for about 4 more hours, and then tomorrow we'll read for almost 6 hours. So yeah, about 10 more hours of reading. See how far I can get. I really want to finish the end of this book by the end of this challenge. So maybe I'll just read until I'm done with it. We'll see. I love what's happening right now. I know maybe a lot of people don't like it because there's not a lot of spicy stuff. I love spicy stuff. It's like a cherry on top. But I love story building a lot more. So that's what we're getting a lot. A lot of building. So I really like that. Oh my gosh. You get him, Tarn. You get him. Tell him, Tarn. Tell him. Mm-hmm. Yes. On your knees. This book is so good. Right, so I read a lot yesterday. I just ended on a spicy note on chapter 28. Yeah, I read a good chunk yesterday. I've been reading for a total of 19 hours, 16 minutes. Today, I need to read another 5 hours and 39 minutes. I'm thinking of chunking today and tomorrow's in just today. So tomorrow I would have to read another 5 hours, 18 minutes. So I think today I'm gonna read a total of 11 hours. Might be a lot. I feel up to it. I just really want to finish this book. I'm like not even halfway. I'm really taking my time. I don't know what it is. I think I keep just rereading things over and over again. Not because I don't like grasp. I think there's just a lot of like heavier topics that I'm just like, okay, this is for plot. I need to make sure that I really understand this. The first book was really a lot of like Violet's journey, and yeah, it is all in Violet's perspective, this book, but I think there's just a lot of things that are outside of just her that are happening in this book, and they're really big and they're really heavy. It's heavier topics that just take a little bit more to process. I'm just a really slow processor. I always have been. Got a lot of delayed processing. I don't know if it's from the Hashimoto's brain fog or if there's something else going on with me. I think it's always good to just know yourself as best as you can. Yeah, I'm gonna continue reading Iron Flame. I don't want it to be over, and I wonder if that's probably it too. Like, I just don't want it to end. I did something with my hair. It's like a little waterfall braid, but then I use like a little clip in the back, and it just gets like long bangs out of my face. It's just what I do when my hair is kind of dirty, but I don't want to watch it. Yeah, and I had therapy just a little while ago too, and I just cried off like all my makeup. Blotted it off. Redid the blush a little bit, but oh well. And that's what I get for wearing mascara as a therapy. Naughty. Anyway, let's get to reading. Let's see how I do. Oh my gosh. Satan and Violet, they're just drama, aren't they? They're just drama queens. I finished part 1. Oh my goodness. It's giving. The build up until part 2 was so crazy. Everything I wanted and more, but like, oh my god, so emotional too. I'm just gonna find that quote that made me melt, that got me weak in the knees and kind of ruined everything in reality for me, because book world is where I want to be. I want to hear this and feel this every day for the rest of my life. I can't. Okay, where is it? Oh my god, I should have marked it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find it. I found it. No spoilers. I just need to say this one quote, and yeah. There's nowhere in existence you could go that I wouldn't find you. Remember? Like what? Joe. Can we reenact this thing, please? I'm so terrible. I'm very happy, but I'm also scared because I don't want to finish it, but I do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna read for the next 20 fucking hours because that's how I feel. I feel like I read this. My brain is just foggy today. It's probably what's going on. I feel like there's so much information that I'm intaking in this book that I just want to soak everything up. So I find myself reading a couple pages and then like going back and rereading those just to make sure that like I understood everything. And I don't know if that's like a delayed processing, slow processing sort of thing. That's just what I'm realizing I'm doing a lot in this book, just because there's a lot more variables than just one character going through their stuff. It's that character along with a bunch of others, and it's hitting all the right notes. Hi, Indy. Also, there's something exciting happening next week that I'm going to document. It's gonna be a big change, but me and Joe were really excited. So drop in the comments, what do you think it is? Yeah, I'm excited. I finished Iron Flame and it only took 36 hours. Since I started this video, I've read a total of 47 hours and 36 minutes. That's a doozy. This book is a whole new level of stress. My emotions were heightened, but there's just a lot of building that goes into this book. So I think that might be why people may have given it not a 5-star, but for me, I really like that. So it kept me captivated. I feel kind of drained after this book, which is kind of good. You love it when a book kind of immerses you, encapsulates your life for a bit, and takes over. I'm giving this one a 5-star. I love the Empyrean series, and I can't wait for book 3 whenever that comes, because the ending. Whew. But I am perfectly fine waiting, because this was crazy. No spoilers. Like, I love this world. I never thought I would be into like any sort of like military structured fantasy genre that like I like. I don't know, man. It's just a lot. You really get to know the characters a lot more. The relationships build off of Fourth Wing, and like I'm so glad that it was a big chunk. I almost feel like it was such a big build to the end, and I love it when books kind of have that same feeling of the end, like, but throughout the entire thing. And I just feel like there was some, but not as many big pinnacle climaxes throughout the book, but it still is a good 5-star for me. I'm still giving it a 5-star because I love this series. You can't tell me otherwise. Whew. This concludes my screen time to reading time video. I want to share with you, because I've been reading past like week and a half basically. I took a few breaks here and there just because I traveled. I would say that my screen time has gone down given how much I have been reading instead, and that's something that, you know, I really wanted to work on in 2024. I think it's gone down, so let me check. The daily average of this week has been 3 hours and 36 minutes. Last week's average was 5 hours and 24 minutes. It's gone down, and I am happy it's gone down. Yeah, I feel like the days that I was reading, my screen time went down to like 3 hours instead of 4, 5, or 6. So I think this video is a success, and I'm gonna keep on doing this. I would rather read a book than be on my phone. But I think in some sort of weird mental health way, I get drawn to my phone just because it's really easy to get that like serotonin, dopamine, like anti-anxiety feeling when you just zone out on your phone, but you don't feel very good afterwards. It's like you're just constantly searching for like a fix, whether it be like that funny video or reel. I'd rather not have that, and I'd rather get a really good feeling from reading a book or diving into a different world that makes me happy. Yes, happy that I read for 36 freaking hours over a couple of days. Yeah, it makes me happy that I spent that time in 2 different worlds. I really want to fit in one more book before February ends, so that's what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow. I'm so excited. Tomorrow we're doing something. You'll find out in the next video what that is. It's something that me and Joe have been thinking about for a while, and it's finally coming to fruition, and we're both really excited. Yeah, really excited. I am going to get this video up for you guys. So happy to have all of you here. I can't believe how many new friends that are joining this community. You guys all mean so much to me, and I'm so happy to have you here. And if you're liking the videos, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm super grateful for every single one of you friends. I'm excited about tomorrow, so tune in next time for that video to find out what's going on. Love you so much.